Divesting gone wrong, Robert De Niro and his fetish for black women. Robert De Niro was married to Grace Hightower, but the marriage was nothing more than a front from his sexual deviant ways. When they met, he was still married to Diane Abbott, but their 12-year marriage, which produced 2 children, ended in 1988. All the signs are that De Niro's relationship with Miss Hightower was by no means exclusive, at least in its early days. De Niro reportedly had a string of affairs, including with Bette Midler, Whitney Houston, Uma Thurman, and even an English porn star, in the following decade. The English porn star was Charmaine Sinclair. Here's what happened. I had sex with Charmaine in the villa. I left in the afternoon by helicopter, then took the plane to Paris. There had been no money transaction, De Niro told cops. News of the World reported that a 24-year-old French model named Carmel told police she saw Bourgeois and Fibic with a cash-filled suitcase at the villa while De Niro had sex with Charmaine. But in the transcript, De Niro insists, "I never had any attached case full of dollars the day I met Charmaine in Saint-Tropez." The Post reported last year how Sinclair, star of some of Britain's hottest X-rated videos, emerged to claim she had a steamy 2-year affair with De Niro. He was attentive, very gentle, and passionate. "He left me totally satisfied. I know I'll never make love like that again," Charmaine said. Charmaine said she saw De Niro off and on until 1995. So a black female porn star is having sex with white men for free. Go figure. Meanwhile, his longtime girlfriend, the model Tookie Smith, was still very much on the scene and, in 1991, the couple had twin sons conceived by in vitro fertilization and delivered by a surrogate mother. When he married Grace, some of his pals weren't there, having already fallen out with his new bride. In fact, a few of them had even warned him not to marry her, advice which, with hindsight, he might usefully have taken. They had a son, Elliot, a year after they married, only for the relationship to swiftly become toxic, and De Niro filed for divorce for the first time in 1999. When, 2 years later, De Niro went to court to challenge her for custody of Elliot, the gloves really came off. Alleging that he was concerned for Elliot's safety, De Niro said Ms. Hightower had a violent temper, once fracturing his ribs in a jealous rage on a yacht after accusing him of having an affair with another woman on board. She countered that the actor had alcohol and drugs problems that made him an unfit parent. His lawyer denied these claims. In 2011, they announced they had a second child, Helen Grace, who was later revealed to have been delivered by a surrogate. In an interview 2 years later, Ms. Hightower was asked about the secret to a successful marriage. "I would say a lot of give and take, standing your ground, because then you keep the respect you started out with," she said. They separated again in 2018, returning to court for another grueling and hugely expensive divorce battle which, 3 years later, clearly has yet to be resolved. She has demanded half his fortune, which she estimated at $500 million, £360 million. This, she accepted, was far more than she was afforded by a prenuptial agreement she signed in 2004 which gave her a and $4.7 million home, $393,000 in cash, and, as long as De Niro was making at least $15 million a year, £10.8 million, an annual income of $1 million, £720,000 a year. However, Ms. Hightower insisted that De Niro had hidden the extent of his wealth during their marriage and claimed she was entitled to a cut of 35 business ventures and 38 films he has made since 2004. On top of that, she also asked for 50% of his earnings from his share in the Tribeca Grill and Greenwich Hotel in New York and his production company Canal. Robert De Niro, broke, has a fetish for black women. Black porn stars and prostitutes don't require any money from him. He has ineffective sperm and multiple biracial children. Black women thought they were winning her. Divesting gone disgustingly wrong.